What is going on, everyone? My name is Alpha, and today we're back with another Pokemon challenge video. Today we're on Pokemon White, and today's challenge will be, can we beat Pokemon White non-evolve pseudo legendaries? Now, I put out a community tab post about pseudo legendaries the other day, and I realized that a lot of people have mixed opinions, but also this could be a fun challenge for me to do on Generation 5. In Generation 5, we're allowed access to 6 pseudo legendaries, and we could use their base form, their weaker forms. Now, this can be a very interesting challenge. Now, pseudo legendaries we know are very strong Pokemon. They could probably carry you through a solo game, a single run easily. Using the base form is actually a bit tougher because the base form is meant to be a lot weaker than obviously the final product. The base form is where you have to struggle, obviously the strongest form. You have to train it out with a lot of care. And that is why pseudo legendaries are pretty hard to train, because they are weak to begin with. They become stronger over time. Now, in this type of challenge, they don't become stronger over time due to evolutions, but due to new strategies, their movesets, and all of that, instead of relying on their evolution. Are the list of Pokemon we are going to be using on our team. We're going to start with, of course, Dratini, the original, then Larvitar, and then in Generation 3 in Hoenn, there's actually 2, which is Bagon and also Beldum. Also, Generation 4 will have Gible, and finally, we are using a Dino for our final team member. And that is pretty much a Dragon type only team, plus a Beldum, which is going to be very interesting. I'm going to equip them with Everstone because I'm tired of using the B button so many times. As well, I am also going to be nicknaming all of these Pokemon after you guys in the comments. So these are the 6 comments I picked out from the previous video. So thank you so much for leaving a comment. If you want to be nicknamed after a Pokemon in my challenge videos, just leave it in the comments and hopefully I'll pick yours. So thank you so much for supporting the channel and leaving your comments in the comment section. And if you guys are excited for this little fun challenge, please don't forget to leave a like, comment down below some challenge ideas, and also subscribe if you guys are not already. Thank you so much for all the support on my recent videos. I know I tried out a new video for this channel on Monday with the shiny hunting video, and I'm glad a lot of you guys actually enjoyed that. So more unique special videos will obviously come to fruition soon, as well as these challenge videos, because I love making videos and I'm glad you guys love watching on my channel. So anyways, let's get into the challenge itself. Lengthy introduction. So to begin, pseudo legendaries are not easy to train up. They are one of the harder Pokemon to train up because they require a lot more XP, and they're just so weak, to begin with. As you can see, I am dying constantly to these trainers. I'm so underleveled against these trainers, and I faced against the first gym leader of the game, which is Chili for us, and I actually lose. I kind of get walled out because his Lillipup got too strong too quick, and it just started beating me down very easily. So I decided to rely on my Dino using Dragon Rage and my Gible using Dragon Rage, because I didn't want to use Dragon Rage too much at the beginning of the game, because Dragon Rage is kind of a cheap move to begin with because it's an insta-kill, it's 40 damage, but I gotta do what I gotta do because my Pokemon are so weak. I gotta do and rely on it for now. As I'm training up, I'm focusing using my Gible because I love Gible. Garchomp is super nice, but I also want to train up my Pokemon evenly, so I'm going to head into Nacron City with a decently level team, fairly under level, I will say. I am going to get the team for Rock Smash as well, and then head into the second gym leader of the game, which is Lenora. Lenora is the normal type gym leader of the game, and however, I do get pretty close to beating her, but I just actually run out of Pokemon against her Watchog, because I actually run out of Pokemon I could use Dragon Rage on. So I'm trying to Rock Smash her down using a Bagon, and it's not working at all. So I end up losing to her, and I have to rematch her. This time I actually sacrificed my Dino to the Herdier, and then have my Gible finish things off against the Watchog, and that is it. I paralyzed it also with my Dratini, so it makes it easier, and we are done with Lenora. So from here, we're going to actually head into the Pinwood Forest, clear through Team Plasma's grunts here fairly easily. We're beat down everyone, train up our Gible even more, and then finally clear through this and head into Castillo City. Castillo City will be the major city of the game. Fortunately for us, once we head into this certain building in Castillo City, there will be an XP share for us to obtain, which we can finally put on our Beldum and make it more useful, and obviously train it. And also train all their Pokemon in the back, so we could just rely on using one Pokemon at a time to just hyper train using XP shares. Unfortunately, it's not Generation 6, 7, or 8 where the XP share is completely broken, where it just gives me XP for my entire team. But from here, we're actually going to head into the third gym of the game, which is Berg's Gym. Berg's Gym is going to be a bit difficult, I'm not going to lie, because my Dino gets actually destroyed by the Roller Piece, so I gotta work around that. My Larvitar actually knocks down the Whirlipede. Here comes the Levani. Luckily, Dratini is at the level where it has Dragon Rage for itself and can knock it out and wall out the Levani. Dratini will actually go down to the Dwebble, but luckily Larvitar will clutch things up and knock it out for us. That's it for the third gym. However, we also have the Eviolite we need to get. That is boost up defenses for our non-fully evolved Pokemon, which we have a full team of. So wherever fits well with that, Here we're gonna beat our rivals in the entrance into the desert and also in the desert itself, and then head into Nimbasa City. Nimbasa City is gonna be filled with a lot of annoying trainers. I will not lie. Oh my god, N was so annoying. I almost lost to N here. That's very annoying. And then in the Nimbasa City gym, the trainers in here are just annoying to begin with, and I don't have any paralyzed heals and I'm struggling a little bit. But then we head into the fourth gym leader of the game, which is, I'm not gonna lie, Elisa's a bit intimidating. Luckily I have a Larvitar with Rock Slide and can actually knock out the Mochas for me. The Mochas are fairly easy apparently. They also don't use anything too strong against me. They started using Pursuit against me, which is okay. You just keep doing that. The Zep Striker comes out. It's actually just completely walled by my Larvitar, and I actually end up beating it using just my Larvitar. So we beat down Elisa. I thought it was going to be a bit harder because I thought she's going to Volt Switch around, and my Pokemon are not well equipped to take a bunch of Volt Switches. From here, we're going to beat our rival again. I don't know why we have so many rival battle fights, but we do. Beat our rival, then head into Driftle City, cleaning up everything in the cold storage, obviously, because Clay can't do it himself, and then head into Clay's gym himself. Now, Clay's gym's going to be a bit annoying, I'm not going to lie. It's a ground type gym, and all his Pokemon are kind of annoying. Like, I'm eyeing down the extra drill. It's going to be a bit annoying. So, we're going to clear through the gym. We're going to struggle a lot. Our Pokemon go down a lot. We're going to heal our Pokemon quite often. My Bagon is level 20. It's not doing too much damage. So, once we head into Clay's gym fight himself, our Bagon is trying to weaken down the defense for us. And then, I'm going to send out my Gibble. And then Gibble will actually beat down the Krokorok for us. Just kidding, just kidding. It does do damage, but I gotta switch out, set in my Beldum, and then lose my Beldum. From here, I'm gonna send out my Dino and knock out the Krokorok. I'm gonna use my Dino to Dragon Breath the extra Joe. I'm fishing for a paralyzed, first turn paralyzed, and I'm like, oh, thank goodness. Now I can use Dragon Rage, lower its HP a lot more. And then it's gonna bulldoze, one hit KO me. I'm gonna send out my Larvitar. I Rock Smash it, it gets low, it gets paralyzed. Then it heals itself, and then I'm able to two-shot it using Rock Smash. But actually, it gets paralyzed once more, and we actually beat down the extra without taking a single point of damage on our Larvitar. We do lose a Pokemon, but that's besides the point. And then from there, the Palpitoy will go down to the Dratini, and that is it for Clay. It's a big win from us for getting that paralyzed. Thank goodness for Dino and his Dragon Breath. Our utility is off the chain right here, like just paralyze and then just beat down the Pokemon. That is our plan if we ever get stuck. Right here, we're gonna get finally something useful. We're gonna get the Lucky Egg from Professor Juniper, and we're gonna gain levels a bit easier. We're gonna head into Metropolitan Tower. We're gonna clear through the Ghost type tower that's filled with Psychic types more often than not, and then head into the 6th gym of the game, which is Skylar's gym. Skylar's gym is gonna be filled with flying types, and once we head into Skylar herself, I'm gonna start beating her down with my Dratini. But Dratini, it takes a while to beat down a Swoop Head. It actually gets knocked out itself, so I switch into my Larvitar to knock out the Swoop Head, and then a Swanna comes out. My Dino will actually take care of it, knocks out the Swanna with Dragon Rage. I'm still using Dragon Rage, but Dragon Rage is a decent move. 3 shots it. Hopefully I won't be using Dragon Rage in the Elite Four at all. And then Pheasant comes out. Of course, I'm gonna send in my Larvitar. It's not gonna actually kill it, unfortunately. It's at 2 HP. And then I send in my Gibble to finish things off, and it beats down the Pheasant, and that is it for the Pheasant. We're going to Twist Mountain. We're gonna beat down our rival, and that's it. We're gonna head through Twist Mountain, and then we're gonna head into Bryson's gym. Bryson's gonna be the 7th gym of the game, which is a bit hard because he's an Ice type gym leader. And you know what we do with Ice types here, we lose. The first trainer in this gym gave us so much trouble that we actually black out against him. The Cryogonal was too strong at one point because my Beldum decides to miss all its takedown. For no reason, it just misses all its takedown. Acid Armor up, and I'm just kind of stuck here. No one can take an Ice Beam, and that's done for my team. My team is done. It's awful. So we're going to train up our team a little more in Twist Mountain. Go back, fight the trainers. And then, obviously, clear through a bit easier through the gym, but we head into Bryson's gym fight himself. Bryson's gym fight is going to be filled with ice type Pokemon, and it's going to be a bit unique, I will say that. I'm going to start off the fight using my Larvitar against his Vanillish. Rock Slide will actually one hit KO it, and then Beartic comes out. Beartic is going to be a bit dangerous to fight against, so I decided to paralyze it using my Dratini. Unfortunately, it decides to use Icicle Crash and knocks out my Dratini. I mean, it is what it is. So I'm going to send out my Gibble, trying to do some damage to it. It's going to dig it, then get knocked out with Icicle Crash. That's not looking good. So I'm going to send in my Larvitar, and Larvitar will actually knock out the Beartic for us. And then I'm going to use my Dino to fish out a little damage against the Cragano. Cragano actually ends up beating my Dino, and then my Larvitar comes out, gets critted. And then I'm like, okay, Beldum, just don't mess up. And luckily, Beldum clutches things up and misses a few takedowns. But luckily, it actually hits the crucial ones and knock out Bryson. And that's it for Bryson. A bit tougher than I wanted to, but it had to be done. From here, we're going to head into Dragon Spiral Tower. Dragon Spiral Tower filled with very annoying trainers. Here is the worst thing in the world. I got Swagger down and Super Fanged, and I lose 2 HP Super Fang me, and then I hit myself and I lose my Pokemon. That is incredible to me. That happened twice here. Someone Super Fang me. The biggest BM. From here, we're going to actually head into Opelousas City. Opelousas City will be home of the Dragon-type gym leader of the game, which is going to be Iris. The gym itself is actually harder than a gym fight, ironically. The gym trainers in here are so annoying to fight against. I'm also trying to conserve PP, which is also not the best thing to do. So once we head into the gym leader, Iris is going to use Fracture against my Gibble. Unfortunately for a Fracture, this Gibble has Dragon Rush. I normally don't like using Dragon Rush. I prefer Dragon Claw, but Dragon Rush, so much more power, and these are weak pseudo-legendary Pokemon. It's better for us to do that. Dragon Rush does not beat down the Druddigon, so that's unfortunate. We get knocked out. It healed itself up, so I decided to use my Dino against him. I missed my Dragon Rush, and it's going to hit me in the face with Revenge, so I'm going to have to send out my own Larvitar, and I'm going to Earthquake down, knock out the Druddigon, and last comes out the Haxorus. I'm going to paralyze it using my Dratini, and then Dratini goes down and it's dead. However, my Larvitar comes out, it's going to just weaken down the Haxorus, puts it in Earthquake range, and knocks that out. And that's 8 gyms down with just pseudo-legendary Pokemon. Well, base forms of them. So that's pretty decent so far. Not bad. Once we head into the Elite Four, we actually garner some better moves on our Pokemon, and I'll show you then. However, we head into the first Elite Four member of the game, which is Chantal. Chantal is going to be the Ghost-type Elite Four member. I decided to use Work Up on my Dino. Work Up is going to be a pretty decent move. I'm going to actually crunch it and then knock it out. Knock out the Cofagrigus, and then the Golem comes out, knocks it out in one hit with Crunch. Chandelier comes out, misses Fire Blast. I think it matters because I'm a Dino. I'm not going to live a Fire Blast easily. Got past that, and then Jellicent comes out. I outspeed it and knock it out. And that's it. Hustle boosted 2 times. Work Up knocks out her team very easily. So luckily for us, we got through that with no harm at all. We head into Grimsley, and oh my god, the amount of times that I want to punch Grimsley in the head for using Scrafty and Sand Attack is impeccable. I'm so mad that this took so long. Eventually, something gave up, and I could double edge and knock out the Scrafty for ourselves. And oh my god, it felt so much nicer to beat that Scrafty. It took so much out of me not to scream that I'm gonna kill him. From here, I actually set out with my Dratini and knock out the Crocodile for us, which is crucial. The Bisharp comes out. I actually don't have enough resources to beat the Bisharp with my Dratini, so my Dratini goes down. Luckily, Larvitar actually clutched things up, knocks out the Bisharp. However, the Liepard actually knocks me out in return. And then, luckily, my Beldum will clean up and knock out the Liepard. So, yo, look at that. Beldum has a cameo. So from here, we're going to actually head into Caitlin's chamber. Caitlin's chamber is going to be the psychic chamber of the game, and I'm going to use my Gibble against her. My Gibble is pretty strong. I just don't want to risk her knocking out my stronger Pokemon that I'm setting up. So I'm going to send out my Dino right after once she knocks out my Gibble, and then knocks her out with a Crunch, just to be on the safe side. Siglet's going to come out. Siglet's going to do a bit of damage to me, I will not lie. It's kind of scary. It has Ice Beam, crits me, and knocks me out. So there goes my Larvitar. Luckily, I do have Pokemon in the back. Obviously, Pokemon that can't live Ice Beams. That's also a great way to see it. I actually put the Evil Light on my Dratini. I survived 2 ice beams from it actually, and Return knocks it out, and that's pretty good for me. From here I do decent damage to the Musharna, and then I'm gonna set up with my Dino against the Musharna and then knock out Musharna and the Galvatelle. And luckily that went out. Luckily that fight went that way and not any worse ways. Next up will be Marshall. Marshall will be the fighting gym leader of the game, and luckily for us, I mean, we missed our first attack and lose our Dino. We didn't even do any damage to him. And then luckily I have Zen Headbutt on my Bagon. It's not gonna do too much, but you know, every little bit counts. Eventually Bagon actually comes up victorious and knocks out of the throw. I'm surprised that happened. I don't know how that happened, but it definitely happened. And then next up, I'm gonna send out my Beldum against his Sock. Somehow this actually works. Takedown crits it, puts it at low HP, which is surprising. I don't know how that even happened, but I'll keep taking it down. It's gonna be a decently low HP for the rest of my team to knock out, which is surprising. I don't know how this got here, but Beldum did some work on the Sock because I didn't know what I could do against the Sock to be, you know, beneficial. So I sent out my Dratini after that, knock it out. Conqueror comes out. I'm gonna send out my Larvitar. I know it's weak to fighting type moves, but I want to do some chip damage. Decent chip damage. Just got punched in the face afterwards, so it's gonna be a bit annoying. I'm a Dragon Rush the Conqueror. I mean, it obviously lives it pretty simply, so I gotta hit it again and knock it out. Next up will be the Mienshao. Mienshao will obviously be a bit of an issue for me because it has jump kick, does a lot of damage. I'm gonna use Dig on my Gilbo, and then it decides to jump kick and miss, and then I hit it with Dig, and that's the end of Marshall. Marshall decides to just let me win. So that got a bit antsy. Got too close for comfort, not gonna lie. That Mienshao had high jump kick or any other move, it beats me 10 out of 10 times. From here we're actually gonna head into N's castle, this ginormous building that just comes out the ground, and we're gonna fight against N. Our starting Pokemon will be our Dratini, but I want to switch that out into my Larvitar. Larvitar will actually knock out and wall the Reshiram for some reason. From here, the Caracosta comes out. I'm going to use Thunder Wave for my Dino to paralyze it, and then actually get set up using it. Break it sturdy first, and then set up using my Dratini against him, and actually knock him out. From here, we're going to knock out the Vanillix, and knock out the Archeops, and of course, knock out the Klinklang and the Zoroark for us. So that's some free cash, and then head into the Getsis fight. Getsis will be a bit annoying. I obviously start off the fight using my Dratini. I switch into my Beldum to avoid the Toxic. Switch into my Dino. I'm gonna crunch it, and then I'm gonna let myself get poisoned because I do have Shed Skin. I'm gonna set myself up, and then I'm gonna knock out the Cofagrigus. It's gonna send out a Bouffalant. The Bouffalant hits me with a head charge, but luckily I actually survive it and knock it out. We're using a Dragon Rush, and that is it for the Bouffalant. Bisharp comes out. I don't have much to do against the Bisharp, but luckily Larvitar will clean things up against it, and then of course the Electros gets killed by my Gibble, and that's it for Getsis and the game. However, there is one more secret battle of the game, which is against Cynthia. Cynthia is going to be a lot more annoying than I realized. Oh my god, so this woman's so annoying. I decided to use my Gibble to knock her out. Apparently Dragon Rush is super accurate when it doesn't matter. Gibble just starts beating her down even through the double teams, and that is it for her. The Milotic comes out. I'm gonna start paralyzing her and then try to whittle her down. Too bad for me, I realized that, oh no, she has Dragon Tail, so I gotta restart the fight, bait out all her blizzards against my Beldum, against my Gibble, and all that. I have to waste all my Pokemon so I can't get switched out using Dragon Tail. I got a DD right before that, and of course I actually end up getting all the boosts I need against the Milotic, knocking out the Milotic. Luckily for me, I one-shot the Lucario, and then next up I knocked out the Electros and as well the Braviary, and that is it for Cynthia. So a bit annoying, I will admit, because it's a tough fight. And that is the end for the challenge. I hope you guys all enjoyed. Please don't forget to leave a like, comment down below some challenge ideas, and also subscribe if you guys are not already. Thank you so much for all the support on my videos. This challenge was pretty fun, I'm not gonna lie. It was pretty stressful at some points, but it was fun to make, and I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Anyways, my name is Alf, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'm out. Peace.